Hello everyone and welcome to this new series where we are going to see how to set up your machine learning environment on various platforms. In this video we are going to see how to set up your machine learning environment on Ubuntu. As you know, setting up your machine learning environment is one of the first and very important thing to do when starting up with machine learning, and I'm sure you want to pay attention to this. So are you ready? Let's get started. The first thing to know about setting up your machine learning environment is to know about your computer. The more you know about your PC, the better it is. So the information we are interested in are the OS version, the RAM, the processor size, and the GPU availability. So to know about the information, I will go to my terminal. I will log into my server, to my Ubuntu server. If you're using your local PC, that is good. It's also good. You don't have to log in directly. Just open a terminal and start following the tutorial. But if you are using a remote PC like a server, you need to log in through SSH. So I will log into my PC through SSH, and now I am in my server. As you can see, my server is on Ubuntu. It runs Ubuntu 18.04, but I would like to run this command so that you can see how to get more information about your PC. So to know about your OS version is easy. The command you run is cat /etc/os release. So this gives you the version of your operating system. My operating system was Ubuntu and the version is 18.04. That is good. Now, next to the RAM size, let me clear this and let's move to the RAM size. The RAM size, you use the command. You can see the command here, sudo dmi decode. Sudo dmi decode. Okay. Sudo dmi decode -- type 17. This gives me information about my RAM. You can see my RAM size is 15,260 megabyte. That's 15 gigabyte. This is good. The form factor of my RAM is DIMM. So good. So now what about my processor? Let me clear the screen so you can see it better. My processor, I will use LS CPU. So this gives me all the information I need concerning my processor. The architecture of my processor, as you can see from here, is x86-64. My processor can function in either the 32-bit mode or the 64-bit mode. And the vendor of my processor is Intel. Intel, yes. The vendor of my processor is Intel, and Intel is the recommended vendor for your processors. If you want to do machine learning, I will recommend you to use Intel. And the model is Intel Xeon, and this is the frequency of my processor. As you can see, my processor is good. We are good to go. Now, the last thing is to check the GPU availability. GPU is something very important in machine learning, in the sense that it increases the speed of operations, and you have some computation which are usually very difficult to do without GPU, and it takes so much time. So it's recommended you have a GPU. So I want to check on my system if I have a GPU. I will use ls -c display. This will give me information about my GPU. Good. So now here you can see information about my GPU. This is the model. The model is actually Telsa K80. It's a very good, and the vendor is NVIDIA. NVIDIA is also like the recommended GPU in case of machine learning operations. I will recommend you use NVIDIA, and it's popular, I think so, and it's fast. Yeah, NVIDIA is good. If you check online, you will see NVIDIA is actually the recommended GPU for machine learning operations. So what next? When we already know about our RAM size, we know about our GPU, we know about our processor architecture and frequency, we know about the operating system version. So we are good to go. So next step is to install an environment manager. The environment manager is very important when you want to use, when you're setting up your machine learning environment, in the sense that this environment manager helps you to create an environment that's isolated from your base environment, to protect your base environment from any misconfiguration you may do in your machine learning environment. And it also helps you to be able to track bugs or errors that may happen in your machine learning environment. This is also important if you have your server or your computer, you are doing other operations, and you don't want any configuration on your machine learning environment to affect the base operating system. Another use case is where you guys are using this PC. Many of you using this PC, and you want each of you to have this environment in order not to affect the others. So this is where the environment manager come into play. Out there are many environment managers, but what I will recommend is Anaconda. Because Anaconda comes with other tools which are essential to machine learning operations. I'm sure when you go deeply into machine learning, you will find why Anaconda is a very good tool. It has so many tools for machine learning. So I prefer to use Anaconda. So let's go forward and see how to install Anaconda. To install Anaconda, we need to go to this link, that is anaconda.com/distribution, to get the latest version of Anaconda. So let's go to this, type in anaconda.com/distribution. This opens Anaconda, and since we are using an Ubuntu system, I will click here on Linux, because Ubuntu is a Linux derivative. I will click on Linux, and I will copy the link. Copy link, and let's go back to our terminal, where we can now, let's go back to our slides. So here we are. Let me clear the terminal. So now we need to, I've just copied the link to our Anaconda version we need. Now I will download using the curl command. For example, here you can see curl -o and the link we just copied. So I will download using the curl command. We will use curl -o and the link we just copied. We paste in here. I will type enter. This is downloading Anaconda. Yes, Anaconda is successfully downloaded. I can use the ls command to check if it's successfully downloaded. Here you can see Anaconda is downloaded. So you can use this command SHA-256 sum to check the data integrity. But since I am confident enough that the Anaconda I downloaded is trustworthy, it comes from the original site of Anaconda, I don't want to check this. So I will just go to the next step and install Anaconda. To install Anaconda, we use the command bash. Use this bash. We run the bash script, and the file downloaded is actually the bash script. So we use bash and run this file. So I will use bash Anaconda. Oh, okay, good. So here is open. So Anaconda, the first thing while installing Anaconda, we need to accept the license agreement. You can type in enter to see the license, but I'm not going to read this license right now. So I will just type cure on my keyboard to move out of this license and accept it. So to accept it, I will just type yes. I accepted the license, and now now it's asking me to install Anaconda to this location. On my home directory. So I will accept it. It's recommended. This is also the recommended way to install Anaconda. I will also type enter. Now Anaconda is installing in my home directory. It won't take time, so let us just be patient. So this is it. Anaconda is installed, and the installer is asking us if we want to initialize Anaconda directly. Yes, I will say yes. Let us initialize Anaconda so that we can start using it. Yes, so Anaconda is fully installed, and as you can see here, to start using Anaconda, we need to close to close this shell from here. You can look at here. For this change to take effect, we need to close and reopen this shell. So for that, I will exit from my terminal and relog in. So I've exit and I will relog in again. I will relog in to my server using SSH. Now I'm again logging. I'm logging to my server. Now I can check if Anaconda is successfully installed by using the conda -v. Conda is Anaconda environment manager. So I'll use conda -v. If it works, it means Anaconda is successfully installed. So here is it. You see conda 4.0. So Anaconda is successfully installed, and you can see here the base. But we are not going to. So before explaining you, let me just do conda deactivate before explaining you what it means. Okay, good. As I said earlier, Anaconda is to create an environment which can be isolated from your base system, but by so doing, it also create an environment for your base system directly. That's why you see when we log in, you saw base here, means we are already in the base environment. So when I do conda deactivate, I get out and I am now in the normal terminal, you know. So the next step after installing Anaconda is to create the environment we need. As you can see from the slides, we've already do conda -v to check if Anaconda was successfully installed and it was good. Now we need to create this environment we need. Actually, this is the main reason why we install Anaconda. To create this environment, we use the command conda create -n environment name Python equals to the Python version we need. For example, if I want to create an environment called Nathan, I will use conda create -n Nathan Python equals to 3.6. This is the Python version. So this will create an environment called Nathan running Python 3.6. So let's do it practically so you can see it directly. To create the environment, I will use conda create -n Nathan Python equals to 3.6. So this is creating like the environment called Nathan, and now I will accept to install these packages. This is creating an environment called Nathan. So the environment called Nathan is created. To check if this environment was successfully created, we will use the command conda env list. This will list the available environment on this computer. As I told you earlier, the base environment is created by default, and now this is Nathan, the environment we just created, as you can see from here. Now to use Nathan, we need to activate it. To activate it, we use the command conda activate Nathan. That is conda activate and the environment name. This environment, see Nathan is the environment name. So conda activate the environment name, and we type enter. So now you can see we are now in the environment called Nathan. If you can see it from here with this name Nathan before this. So you have the name here Nathan. This clearly shows that we are now in the environment called Nathan. At any time you can move out from this environment by using conda deactivate. Conda deactivate. Yes, now we are out. So at any time you can move out from this. If you don't want to use this environment anymore, you can move out in this environment, for example, to switch on another environment or to do something on your base environment. So you see. So let's go back to the environment called let's go back to the Nathan environment, conda activate. To go back, we use conda activate. Sorry, conda activate Nathan. So now we are back in the Nathan environment. As you can see from here, you see the environment name is prepend. You know, the environment name is prepend at this level. So there is it. So I will also show you, let me show you a list of available other conda commands you can use to better manage your environment. So you have conda list to see the list of available packages in an environment. You've already seen how I have used conda deactivate to move out of an environment. So conda list, let me rapidly show you what conda list displays. Conda list. This shows a list of packages already installed in the environment called Nathan. These are some packages already installed. So here are some other conda commands which may be useful for one or two things. Don't bother about this command. I will add everything I use in this tutorial in the text version of this tutorial. Will contain all the commands I've used in this video, and you can check the text version of this tutorial in the description below. From there you will have all these commands. And so that is it. You have the command conda list, as you've seen. You have conda remove package. To remove one of these packages, for example, here are some packages. If I want to remove the package pip, I'll use conda remove pip, and this will successfully remove the package pip from this environment. And you can also use conda env remove. This is to delete a particular environment. For example, if I want to delete the environment called Nathan, I will move out from Nathan with conda deactivate Nathan, and now I will run conda env remove -n Nathan. This will remove the environment Nathan from this computer. So that is it. Now let's go to the next step, which consists of installing the packages we need. Now we need to install the package we need. In this video I will just focus on two main framework, the two most popular machine learning framework are actually TensorFlow and PyTorch. So we'll focus on those two frameworks and how to install other packages which are essential for machine learning. I don't think you can really do machine learning without having these packages. So for TensorFlow, you can the command depends on whether you have a GPU or not. So that's why initially I wanted you to know about your computer, because the more you know about your computer, the better it is when dealing with machine learning. So to install TensorFlow, if you have a GPU, we use this command: pip install TensorFlow /GPU equals to 1.5. I prefer you to use the machine learning environment. The TensorFlow 1.x version, because I think this is still the most stable version of TensorFlow right now. Even though we only have the 2, but the TensorFlow 1, this is the latest version of TensorFlow 1. I think it's still the most popular version of TensorFlow, and there's a lot of documentation. I don't know, since you are still a beginner, I would recommend you to use this version of TensorFlow. So, and if you don't have any GPU, you use this command: pip install TensorFlow equals to 1.15. So let's move forward and install TensorFlow first before seeing how we can install PyTorch. Since I have a GPU on my PC, I will use this command right here. I will use the pip. Remember that pip is a package that already comes when I created my environment called Nathan. It comes with the pip package, so I can use pip package directly. Pip install TensorFlow /GPU. TensorFlow/GPU equals to the version of TensorFlow we need. If you need another version, maybe less than 1.15, you can use, but I would recommend you to use this version 1.15. So I will type in enter, and now it's downloading TensorFlow. It will download and install very fast. It will be very fast. It's not very heavy, so the download will be very fast. So now it's finished downloading TensorFlow, and it will proceed with the installation. As you can see, it's installing TensorFlow right now. is installing the packages. If you okay, so we have finished installing TensorFlow. That is it, successfully installed. Now let's move on and install PyTorch. Now for PyTorch, this is the command. If you have a GPU, it's good if you can use this command: conda install PyTorch, torch version, CUDA toolkit equals to 10.1 minus C. But if you have no GPU, it's better you to install this. If you have no GPU, it's better to install this one: conda install PyTorch torch vision. So it's easy. You can get for PyTorch. It depends on usually depends on the architecture of the processor. But I'm sure most of us have the x86-64 architecture for our processors. So you can either install the first command for a GPU or the second command for PCs with no GPU. So since this PC has a GPU, I will install. I will use the first command. So I will use conda install PyTorch. Conda install PyTorch torch vision CUDA toolkit. Minus C PyTorch. So this command will install PyTorch and CUDA toolkit, because CUDA is a tool that enhances your GPU computation. It's good if you can install CUDA. Even if you're not using PyTorch, it's good if you could still install CUDA in your environment. I would recommend you to install CUDA 10.0 or CUDA 10.1. So in this PyTorch, this command of PyTorch will install CUDA 10.1. So we type enter, and now it's collecting the required packages for PyTorch, and I will accept by typing the Y, saying yes. Now the PyTorch packages are downloading and installing. So while it is installing, let us talk about these other packages. While it's installing, let us talk about these other packages. We also have these other packages where you have matplotlib, Keras. Keras is a very important machine learning library, actively used also by the TensorFlow framework. We also have matplotlib for library for Python, plotting library for Python. We have this other one. Pillow. We have this other one, Pillow, which is for image manipulation. Pillow, and this package image is for image manipulation. We also have OpenCV. OpenCV is a library for real-time computer vision. Very useful and very popular. We also have Pandas for manipulation and analysis, and we have the JSON schema for manipulation of JSON using Python. So I'm sure by now PyTorch should have finished installing. Yes. So PyTorch is finished installing. Let us now check these libraries. So let us now move on. Oh no, let us first of all check if this PyTorch and TensorFlow was successfully installed. We do that using the command conda list. Conda list should give us it should list all the packages installed on this environment, on our environment. For mine is Nathan, for you maybe something else, but conda list will give me the list of packages installed on this environment. So I type conda list and type enter. So you can see this is a PyTorch we just installed just now. This is a TensorBot. It comes with TensorFlow. This TensorFlow GPU we just installed right now. So it is installing successfully. We can move forward. Let me reduce this a bit. And we can move forward by installing these packages. This, as I said earlier, these packages are actually very important. So I'll move forward and install these packages. Pip install pip install matplotlib. It's installing matplotlib. It's finished installing. I'll move forward also. I say pip install keras. Pip install keras. Also very fast. So that is it. You can, the packages you need, you can install. You may need other packages which are not found on my list, but I guess these are the most for me these are the popular packages I used while doing my machine learning activities. So this is why I put all of this here. You may need other packages, but it's okay, you can install them. So I've installed image. What next? So that is it. I will install also pandas. Install pandas and now install OpenCV. I like this library a lot. So let's use OpenCV. Install OpenCV. So it's OpenCV /contrib Python. OpenCV /contrib Python. Yes. That is it. I mean, I can install on this last package, that is MMS. So let's install MMS, which is the last package. Oh, sorry, it's not MMS, it's MSS. Oh, sorry for this error. It's MSS. Yes. So we've successfully installed all the packages we needed for this environment. So now to check, as I said, let me clear first. I will clear by using the clear command. It will clear the terminal, and I can use. So the next version is to check if all our packages were successfully installed. To do that, we will use pip freeze or conda list. Pip freeze or conda list will list the will bring out the list of packages installed on this environment. So I will use conda list first. Conda list. That is it. So you can see all the packages. This is a pillow we installed. This pandas. This OpenCV. So as you can see, all our packages were successfully installed. I can also use pip freeze to show you that the output is still the same. Yeah, so you can see the output is still the same. This pip freeze will still give you the same thing. So this is the image package we just installed. This is the keras package we installed. This is the OpenCV package we installed. This pandas pillow. So you can see the output is basically the same thing. So this clearly shows that all our packages for TensorFlow, PyTorch, and all the other machine learning packages were successfully installed. Now we can see that our environment is successfully set up and ready to be used to do our machine learning operations. Now I can go one step further to show you that these packages are ready to be used by trying to do as if I want to use the TensorFlow. So I can do that, as you can see here. I can do that by entering the Python terminal and importing TensorFlow as TF. So if I run this command and it's successfully returned, that means TensorFlow was already installed and it's ready to be used. This is just a demo. You can do that with any other package. So I will do that with TensorFlow. I will enter the Python terminal by running Python, you see, and I will try to import TensorFlow. import the TensorFlow as TF. So if I run this command and it successfully returns, this means TensorFlow was successfully installed and is ready to be used. So I'll type enter and it returns successfully. That's perfect. So you can do that with any other package and it's perfect. So all our packages was successfully installed and ready to be used. So this process I just did now is actually the best practice recommended by experts to install to set up your machine learning environment. So that is it. So I hope this video was useful and I hope you find interest and I hope you've learned a lot from it. So feel free to drop us questions, suggestions or comments in the comment section below. We will be happy to answer all your questions, and feel free to check the video description to see the link to the text version of this tutorial, where you can see all the commands we use in this video. So that is it. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next video. Peace.